Ross Butler is opening up about the types of acting roles he typically goes for and why he refuses to go for roles that are specific to Asian actors. Let's get into it. Ross Butler is doing his part to break down stereotypes within acting roles, more specifically related to the Asian and Asian American race. In case you forgot, Ross took a vow back in 2017 that he would stop auditioning for Asian-specific roles as a means of destigmatizing racial stereotypes that have been prominent throughout Hollywood when it comes to casting decisions. Ross spoke to Mashable just a few months after his breakout roles in the hit Netflix drama 13 Reasons Why and the CW's Riverdale first aired, to which he began noticing that the auditions he was getting were stereotypical roles. He said, quote, "That's when I really first realized that there weren't any Asian American male role models, and it occurred to me that that's what needed to change." Ross then told his agent not to send him out for Asian roles, which is when he began to see a change in the roles he auditioned for. For example, he describes his breakout roles with words including boy next door and cocky jock, as he further explained that he was passionate about taking on the role of Zach Dempsey in 13 Reasons Why, knowing that production wanted a more diverse cast. Ross said, quote, "I thought it was right for the show because it shows that I'm just like another one of the kids at school. I'm a jock, I fit in with my friend group, and I just happen to be Chinese too. And I think that is what most accurately reflects America right now." Ross has also made a name for himself in the Netflix rom-com series To All the Boys I've Loved Before, starring as Peter and Lara Jean's mutual friend Trevor Pike. More recently, Ross sat down with The Talk to reflect on his decision to steer clear from Asian-specific roles and how he's seen an impact since taking a stance.
All Asian roles were stereotyped, and I didn't want to perpetuate that stereotype anymore because that didn't reflect who I was. I'm an Asian American. I wasn't born here, but I was raised here.
Ross went on to explain how what people may deem as unharmful traits become normalized into stereotypes that feed into a much larger toxic depiction of how Asians are represented in the media, especially after the increasing number of anti-Asian hate crimes across the US. He said, quote, "The thing about how this has transgressed over the last few years is that before, it was just changing what I thought was an innocent stereotype. Now we're starting to see it materialize into something that's not great." Ross has been active on social media in his attempt to stop the racist crimes, explaining that this all stems from the model minority myth, aka stereotypes. He said, "The sooner we can talk about these things openly, the sooner we can get over a lot of the minority racism that we're experiencing. We're in this together. We're getting over racism together." And to see what Ross's co-star Lana Condor and other celebrities have had to say about the recent Asian hate crimes, click right over here for another clever video. Then be sure to let me know your thoughts on Ross's comments about stereotypes in the comments section below. I'm your host, Susan Morad. You can find me on Instagram at Susan_Morad. I'll catch you later. Bye guys.